Have you ever wondered about the queen who ruled with a lioness heart in a maness world? That was Elizabeth I, a true icon of history. Let's dive into the incredible life of the Virgin Queen. Imagine being born a princess, only to be declared illegitimate just a few years later. That was Elizabeth's reality. Her father, the infamous King Henry VIII, was desperate for a male heir. When Elizabeth's mother, Anne Boleyn, was executed, little Elizabeth's world was turned upside down. She went from royal heir to a forgotten child, facing a precarious childhood filled with political intrigue and the constant threat of danger. She had to be clever, cautious, and incredibly resilient just to survive. Despite the turmoil, Elizabeth received a stellar education. She was a brilliant student, fluent in multiple languages like Latin, French, and Italian. This education wasn't just for show. It sharpened her mind and prepared her for the immense challenges that lay ahead. She learned the hard way that knowledge truly is power, especially when your life is constantly on the line. During her sister Mary's reign, Elizabeth was even imprisoned in the Tower of London, suspected of treason. Every day was a lesson in survival. Then, in 1558, at the age of 25, the unthinkable happened. Elizabeth became Queen of England. The nation she inherited was a mess, torn apart by religious conflict between Catholics and Protestants. Everyone expected her to marry quickly, to find a king to rule for her. But Elizabeth had other plans. She famously declared she was married to her kingdom, England. This was a bold, unprecedented move. She knew that marriage could mean giving up her power to a foreign prince or an English nobleman, creating even more division. Her decision to remain unmarried earned her the nickname the Virgin Queen. It became a powerful part of her image, a symbol of her devotion to her country. But that didn't stop the endless line of suitors from across Europe vying for her hand. For decades, the marriage question was the biggest diplomatic game in town, and Elizabeth played it like a master chess player, using the possibility of marriage to forge alliances and keep her enemies guessing, all without ever giving up her throne or her independence. Elizabeth's reign, known as the Elizabethan era, was a golden age for England. It was a time of immense cultural flourishing. Think of William Shakespeare writing his masterpieces, or Sir Francis Drake circumnavigating the globe. England's confidence grew, and its influence spread across the seas. A major turning point came in 1588 with the defeat of the Spanish Armada. Spain, the superpower of the day, sent a massive fleet to invade England, but Elizabeth's smaller, nimbler navy, combined with some terrible weather, achieved a legendary victory. Elizabeth herself rallied her troops with one of the most famous speeches in English history, proclaiming she had the heart and stomach of a king. This victory cemented her status as a formidable leader and protector of her nation. Of course, her 44-year reign wasn't without its dark side. There were plots, rebellions, and difficult decisions. The most painful was likely signing the death warrant for her cousin, Mary, Queen of Scots, who was a constant threat to her throne. It was a decision that weighed heavily on her, showing that even for a powerful queen, leadership is filled with personal sacrifice and heartbreaking choices. As she grew older, Elizabeth became a living legend. Her iconic look, with the pale face, elaborate gowns, and fiery red hair, was a carefully crafted image of power and eternal youth. She ruled until her death in 1603 at the age of 69. She left behind a legacy of a strong, prosperous, and culturally rich England. She had taken a divided, troubled nation and transformed it into a world power. From a disgraced princess to one of the greatest monarchs in history, Elizabeth I's story is a powerful tale of intelligence, courage, and sheer determination. She proved that a woman could rule as effectively, if not more so, than any king. Her reign shaped the future of England and continues to inspire people to this day. Thanks for watching our deep dive into the life of Queen Elizabeth I. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories about the incredible figures who shaped our world. See you next time.